Hi everyone, a very happy new year. Today's video is a cooking marathon, as you might have already guessed. I thought of showing you a glimpse of how I prepare food when we are hosting dinner or lunch. I personally find such videos very helpful when I'm stuck and have no idea how to prepare food and a menu for like 15 to 20 people. So this particular day I started by preparing the dish that anyway needs some last minute finishing. In this case it was this roasted garlic small potatoes. I started by frying some parboiled potatoes which I have cut into halves in batches and not overcrowding the kadhai. Added 3 to 4 pods of garlic and a whole red chili to infuse the oil with lots of flavor and some salt. And I fried the potatoes in medium heat and transferred it into another dish which I will use to finish up or serve. Added some fresh herbs like thyme, coriander, freshly crushed black pepper. It's very important to add generous amount of salt while you are frying the potatoes so that they are seasoned from within. I also like to add some flaky salt at this step. Also added some chili flakes for some extra flavor. Make sure that you fry the potatoes for around 90% done. Once you are done frying them and transferring them into the serving dish, you can add a little bit of butter or olive oil and some extra herbs and keep it covered until you are ready to serve. Before serving, pop this in a hot oven like 200 to 220 degrees Celsius for about 5 to 6 minutes to have really nice crunchy edges. So your delicious roasted potatoes will be ready, and this is such a simple yet perfect side dish to go with any kind of meal that you are serving. As my potatoes were getting fried, I also steamed some cauliflower as I'll be making gobi Manchurian to serve with some fried rice. Quickly made a runny batter with corn flour, all-purpose flour or maida. Added some seasonings like very basic masala, salt, chili powder, coriander powder, cumin powder. As you have noticed, I have kept the batter really runny so that it coats the cauliflower from all the sides. Now is the time to add those in the batter and gently coat them and make sure that it is very nicely uniformly coated. Once the florets are nicely coated from all the sides, you can add more corn flour or maida to thicken the batter so that the batter sticks to the florets evenly and they will be nice and crispy once they are fried. Since I just fried the potatoes, my oil was already hot, so that also saved some time, and now is the time to fry the cauliflower. So this is how I basically save the time and effort, by doing some multitasking and scheduling the activities or tasks in a way that it really saves me some time, and I'm not doing the same thing again and again, like heating the oil again or bringing it to the right temperature, things like that. So I will be finishing the Manchurian just before serving it, so because these are the kind of dishes that need to be finished just before serving, that's what I feel. Otherwise the florets will become soggy and you will not like it. Also flash fry the cauliflower florets just before you dip them in the sauce so that they remain crispy even though they are well coated with the sauce. Make sure to add the florets in hot oil and then simmer it and fry it in low to medium heat so that they are nice and crispy Be patient at this stage, don't overcrowd the karhai and take your time, and you will have delicious cauliflower florets or cauliflower pakora, and you can eat it as it is, as I do, or you can make Manchurian or anything with that. For appetizers, I also made onion and fennel tart tatin. I wanted to make a veg appetizers and this was just perfect. I sliced the fennel bulbs, keeping the ends intact so that they don't disintegrate. The slices are not too thin either. I'll first boil them with some salt until they are well cooked. As that was happening, I sauteed some onions with garlic and herbs in some olive oil. Added a bit of salt and sugar so that the onions caramelize beautifully. Sauteed them for a few minutes. Then I added the boiled fennel, popped some cherry tomatoes here and there in the pockets, and let it get charred a bit. Added a bit of balsamic vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, and a little bit of herbs. So the first layer is done and I kept this aside, and just before serving I added a puff pastry sheet on top of the pan, and then I baked it in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Once done, upside down the pan and your tart tatin is ready. I garnished that with a bit of crumbled feta on top, and that was actually a crowd pleaser. I didn't expect that everyone will like it, but it was a really good one. I also chopped some extra onions, prepared the onion masala with the ginger garlic paste, salt, turmeric, chili powder, coriander powder, sauteed very nicely, and you can add a bit of water if the masala stick to the pan. Add a dollop of tomato ketchup and cook for 2-3 minutes, and then finish with a pinch of garam masala. Now this is your basic masala that I basically use for making any kind of puff, and is making egg puffs. You can use this masala to also make paneer puffs as well. Prepare the puff pastry sheet and cut them into square. Now take 1 tablespoon of the onion masala and spread nicely and evenly on each sheet. Basically distribute them evenly. Onion masala was getting ready. I had also boiled some eggs. I did like hard boiled eggs and cut them into halves once they were cooled. Add the egg halves over the masala laden sheets and bring the sides together and make small parcels like this. Now brush them with some egg wash and sprinkle some sesame seeds. Bake them in a preheated oven at around 200 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes, or as in the instruction of your puff pastry sheet. I already made this because this is something that you can reheat just before serving. So for main course, I prepared Yakhni Pulao that day, and I also prepared veg fried rice that will go with the Gobi Manchurian. Let me know if you want the Yakhni Pulao recipe. I make it a little differently, but this comes out really nice every time, and it's such a nice recipe to serve when you want to serve something special, but at the same time not too rich but mild in flavors. I think Yakhni Pulao does the job well. For appetizers, I also had prepared a cheese board that is my all-time favorite when I host. And my friends actually also brought some fish fry, kebabs, so we really had a nice feast all together. At the end, of course, we had the cake, the recipe of which I have already shared. Do check it out if you haven't already. That was really nice. So it was quite a feast, but I could pull it off with a bit of planning and prepping, and I think that's the key every time. So I hope you got some recipe ideas and the way that I usually plan. Here are my few extra cents when it comes to hosting parties. Always check for allergies and food preferences with your guest upfront. Check if anyone is bringing something, if it's already been discussed, and if you are comfortable, so that you can prepare accordingly and you are not doing the double effort. Plan the menu based on the food preferences of your guests, but at the same time keep some safe option that you know that they will like, but at the same time don't shy away from introducing or making a new dish that your guest might not have tried and they might actually like it. So definitely keep such options as well. That spice up the menu anyway, and it kind of breaks the monotonous like meal options. Plan the sequence of the cooking based on the active and the inactive time involved, plus when you are serving them. So, and as always, I think everyone does it, keep few spice blends and mixes ready and handy so that you don't have to start from scratch. You can also keep some veggies chopped and prepped ahead. What I also do is prepare the sweet dish a day before. If it's something that can be prepped ahead, that saves a lot of time, and certain sweet dishes actually mature or give a better taste the day after. So you can do that too. You can also thaw your fish and meat if you are making them, or marinate them upfront so that they are well seasoned by the time you actually start cooking. What I also do is take out the serveware and the cutleries a day before, so that I don't need to deal with that on the day of the party. That also helps me plan the presentation and, let's say, utilize all my serveware in a way that I would like. And if I just hurry, then I would probably end up serving in a bulk or in a, let's say, simple plate. So if I plan ahead, I think I do it better. So you can also try that. That always helped me. So yeah, that's it from my side. I can go on and on this topic, but I hope you already liked the videos and got some ideas about different recipes that you can include. This entire activity which I showed in the video took me like 1.5 hours, like for the entire process from cleaning and everything. So it's quite efficient if I plan ahead, and hence I thought of sharing with you. So do give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and also drop comments if you want a written recipe of any specific dish that you might have seen or it's not clear in the video. Just let me know. And if you try something out, do let me know that as well. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Also subscribe if you haven't yet. It's absolutely free. Have a great year ahead, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye.